Have you ever wondered if mythical creatures could be real? From terrifying sea monsters to mysterious mountain dwellers, legends from around the world have captivated us for centuries. But what if some of these creatures were inspired by real-life counterparts? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of myth and reality to uncover the truth behind legendary creatures that might not be just stories after all. Did you know that one of the most terrifying sea monsters of all time, the Kraken, might not be just a story? For centuries, sailors shuddered at tales of this enormous creature from Norse mythology. The Kraken wasn't your ordinary monster. It was said to be big enough to wrap its massive tentacles around entire ships, dragging them and their crew into the depths, never to be seen again. It was a nightmare that lurked in every sailor's mind, waiting to pull them down into the unknown. So, what could possibly inspire such a frightening legend? Enter the real-life giant squid. These rare deep-sea giants are the closest thing to the Kraken we've got, and they're no less mysterious. These creatures can grow over 40 feet long, with tentacles powerful enough to grapple with large fish and even fight off sperm whales. For context, that's like a school bus lurking in the shadows of the deep sea, armed with hooked tentacles. The ocean hides them in its darkest reaches, often thousands of feet below the surface, where sunlight can't reach. It's an environment so remote. In 2004, Japanese researchers managed to capture the first live images of a giant squid. This massive creature had eyes as large as dinner plates, staring back from the depths, a chilling reminder that these creatures are out there, hidden in the dark. The discovery of the giant squid didn't just give the Kraken legend a possible reality, it proved just how little we know about the ocean's mysteries. When it comes to mythical monsters, few creatures capture the imagination quite like the giant serpent. Ancient stories from around the world tell of enormous snakes that lurk in jungles, rivers, and even seas, striking fear into anyone who dared to venture too close. In South America, the Amazon tribes tell tales of the Yakumama, a massive water-dwelling serpent believed to swallow whole boats in a single gulp. In Africa, legends of the Groot slang speak of a serpent as big as an elephant, hiding in dark caves and crevices. But here's the twist. These stories of massive serpents aren't entirely fictional. Meet the green anaconda, a real-life snake that's almost as fearsome as the legends. Found in the rivers and swamps of the Amazon, the green anaconda can grow up to 30 feet long and weigh more than 500 pounds. That's longer than a school bus and heavier than a grand piano. While the anaconda isn't venomous, it doesn't need to be. This snake uses its incredible strength to ambush prey, wrapping around it with crushing force until the prey can't breathe. It's a technique so powerful that even crocodiles and jaguars have fallen victim to the anaconda's deadly grip. And if that's not enough to give you chills, there are accounts from explorers and locals alike of even larger serpents lurking deeper in the untouched parts of the Amazon. Some claim to have seen snakes over 40 feet long, an encounter that could be straight out of a horror movie. Whether these sightings are exaggerated or not, the fact remains that the Amazon is home to some of the largest, most elusive creatures on Earth. For those who live near these rivers, the legend of the giant serpent is all too real. So, was there ever a snake big enough to inspire these myths of monstrous serpents? The green anaconda comes pretty close, and with much of the Amazon still unexplored, who's to say there aren't even larger serpents hiding in its depths? When we think of dwarfs, we often picture small, sturdy figures from folklore, living deep within mountains and wielding hammers or pickaxes as they mine for precious gems and metals. These characters appear in myths and legends from cultures worldwide, most famously in Norse and Germanic mythology. Dwarfs were described as master craftsmen, forging magical weapons and treasures with unmatched skills in metalwork. But is there any truth behind these small, mysterious beings of the mountains? While dwarfs as magical beings may belong to legend, some researchers believe their origin might stem from real people who lived in challenging, remote places. In ancient times, small communities of skilled blacksmiths and miners often resided in isolated, mountainous regions. These craftsmen, covered in soot and dirt from their work in the forges, may have inspired tales of dwarfs, living in dark caves and mountains, hidden away from the rest of society. Over time, Their incredible metalworking skills and their secluded lifestyle might have fueled myths of magical, mountain-dwelling creatures who could craft weapons with supernatural power. Another theory suggests that tales of dwarfs could be influenced by discoveries of small human-like bones from ancient hominins, such as Homo floresiensis, nicknamed the Hobbit, which stood around 3.5 feet tall and lived thousands of years ago in Indonesia. Some believe that early discoveries of similar remains might have led ancient people to imagine an entire race of small, mysterious beings that lived separately from human society. In folklore, dwarfs are more than just skilled craftsmen. They're also protectors of the earth's treasures, standing guard over gold, silver, and gemstones hidden within the earth. These legends may have symbolized humanity's respect for nature's resources and the awe inspired by mountains rich with valuable minerals. And who's to say there isn't some truth to the idea that ancient people encountered beings, or even communities, that inspired these enduring tales? While science might not prove the existence of magical dwarfs, the legends remind us of our fascination with the unknown and the respect ancient people had for the earth and its mysteries. So next time you hear tales of dwarfs in a mountain or forest, remember, sometimes legends hold deeper truths about the way we view the world around us. If you're captivated by mythical beings with a touch of reality, stay with us for more as we explore creatures that straddle the line between myth and history. Because in the world of folklore, every legend has its roots in our imagination, and perhaps in real life.